it again. Every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazen Namdekano is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oro, I am a royal. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. Oh. This close of border no work. Oh. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah. They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. We hear more in Anambra. You hear more kind of woo. When we are telling you, you don't know, no, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle, from the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek god. I don't know, you know, of course we don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusas. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she will dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake, you know, her hair. Medusa's hair is snake.
This is not wicked word. This is not confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. Driver they go. Opposite Udi, but the right hand the side, along the Sukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver waiting they happen. Driver waiting they happen. Driver tell the Pali boy, see no day for talk. See no day for talk. If better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. Driver waiting. Driver waiting.
akara m ihe mbe na-eme mbe si ma chọrọ ofu ukwu ehi ma nke ọzọ mụ achọrọ ihe niile ma ụkwụ ya ma aka ya ma isi ya ma olu ya anyị ga-adọbiri wee pụọ na nke onwe anyị tigata azụ etu anyị nọ tupu ndị ọcha wee bịa ebe a nwa aha obodo ebe a nwe ndị mmadụ n'ime tupu nwa bekee si ebe o si hapụ obodo ya ọ bịa ebe a ọkpọrọ onye nke ọkpọrọ okeke ọkpọrọ okafọ dakata anyị isi ọ sị n'ụbọchị nke taa na anya aha anyị wusi Naijiria anyị na-aza aha na-enweghị omimi n'ime ya ihe ngwa gị gbasị biko kọwara m ihe Naijiria pụtara enwepụghị kọwara m ọmụa ga-aza aha osimiri ka osimiri ga-aza aha mụnwa n'ihi ihe anyị na-ekwuwu na ebe arụgidere ụlọ anọ ọ jọgburu onwe ya ọ dịghị mma Naijiria agaghị emekọtanwu ihe ọzọ ihe ọjọọ emego n'obodo a arụ emego egbugo ndị be anyị aka na-egbukwa anyị ndị Fulani wee chere na mabata be anyị ka na-egbukwa ndị be anyị ruo ụtụtụ echi a na-asị m na ọ ga-adị mma oge ọ na-ekwekwu ka nwee mmekọrịta ọ bụ nke ndị nụkọ nke ndị ụmụnne ha egosighị anyị ọtụtụ mgbe ha kpọrọ anyị asị onye ajụrụ ajụ na-ajụ onwe ya ha jụrụ anyị aja ama njụ onwe anyị agbanyeghị na anyị nwe ngwa ahịa n'ugwu Awụsa agbanyeghị na anyị na-azụ ahịa ebe niile dị iche iche na-eme nke ọma kama onye gara ndụ kpakụ onye rie niile ọ ndụ bụ isi ka anyị na-ekwu okwu ya ka anyị cheghata azụ ebe a ruo obodo anyị ka o wee maa mma wee karịa obodo ndị ọcha na mma ọhịa anyị na-arịọ nwekwe n'ugwu nwee nkwanye ugwu n'ime onwe anyị ọnwa anyị pụọ n'iro a na-etigbu anyị pụọ n'iro okwu okwu asị ọ bụ gịnị ma anyị ji wee ekwu okwu ọnwụ ihe ndị a ka anyị si na anyị agaghị anabatakwa ya ọzọ.
Akụkọ akọrọ anyị bụ na ọkụkọ na ewu agaghị nzukọ ụmụ anụmanụ a na-emezi mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ịchụ aja ejiri ọkụkọ maọbụ nwụchụ aja mgbe ọbụla a chọrọ ime ka Naijiria dị n'otu enwe ha na-eto esi wee kpam akpụrụ ndị Igbo ọ pụtara na anyị bụ ọkụkọ maọbụ ewu ka ọ pụtara na anyị agaghị nzukọ mere ya bụ ihe eji eme anyị bụ ndị Igbo ụdị na ọbara ndị Igbo ahụ kpafu n'obodo Naijiria
ọ bụ site na akpọmasị ihe na-eme anyị dị ka ihe mere ndị ji oge mgbe gara aga etu ọkụka mba niile dị iche iche ji kpọọ ụmụ Izrel asị a na-egbu ha afọ niile aka na-egbu ha o wee ruo oge ugbu anyị asị na ogbugbu a na-egbu anyị na ọ dịghị anyị mma ọ ka mma na onwe ihe ekegbuo anyị nwere onwe njem a nke anyị na-aga kama na na-esi etete n'ụtụtụ asị na onwe onye gburu ebe a onwe ha na-ekwu okwu odo na nyere onye n'aka ụkọchukwu n'ugwu awụsa ebepụ isi ọnwụghị ofu ugboro ọnwụghị ugboro abụọ ọnwụghị ugboro atọ ọnwụghị ugboro anọ ọ bụ ruo ole mgbe ka a ga-egbugide anyị wee rue anyị asị mba na anyị ga-aga ka anyị nwee ike wee nwere onwe anyị ọ ka mma na anyị nwụrụ ebe anyị na-azọ nwere onwe tụbụ na anyị nọ n'ụlọ etu a mmadụ bụ mabata n'ime ụlọ mbịa bupụ m isi a sị na-achọghị ụdị nka ọ wụghị anyị maka a ga-eji wee chụọ àjà ọzọ.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Everyone that have joined us, I appreciate everyone that has connected to join us this very evening. I can see my beloved sister Mada Ojugo on our Waleze. Thank you so much, my sister Ojugo. I can see you there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I can see Chibuzo Ede. Thank you so much, Gerard Dike. These are people that come in morning program and they are still here in the evening program. Elumo Nweguru. Thank you so much, Elumo Nweguru. Thank you so much, Iwu Biafra. Thank you so much, Chukwuemeka Ugweke. Thank you so much. Everyone that has connected, whether I mention your name or not, I appreciate every single one of you. I thank you for being part of this very program. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have come to our evening program. You know, I am changing a lot of things. We are taking it on different dimension because the pressure is very, very high. The attack is very, very strong. As the government of Nigeria and our enemies are changing their narrative, we are changing ours. We are supposed to be changing ours, and we have to hit them bomber to bomber. If not, these people are ready to change the narrative. Changing of that narrative is one of the things I am very, very concerned about. I will not be in the media and keep quiet until they change this narrative. They paint us evil, even when we are not. They divert the attention of people against us, more especially our own Biafran brothers and sisters. They divert them against us. They make them believe that we are the problem, that we commit problem, we are causing confusion, everything we are doing is wrong, we are stealing. And they are in that campaign, seriously campaigning that we are the one responsible for the insecurity and all that. These are lies and lies and lies from the pit of hell. And today, this evening program, I am going to use one of the message of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Exposition of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I am going to play it. I want you to pay close attention and share to other people to join us also. Share it to other people so that people can join us and hear. Because these things are very important, more especially in the insecurity that is happening today. They are saying that it is us that are responsible for the insecurity in Anambra State and the entire Biafra land. They preach this, their lie. They push it and they push it and push it. And before you know it, people will begin to believe them. People will believe them and you think it is true. Meanwhile, it is a big lie from the pit of hell. The insecurity in our land today is caused by the politicians, sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. I didn't say it. They themselves know. They said it. They have even said it many times. They have battled themselves about it. But today, they try to shift the whole thing upon us because they don't want Biafra to come. Because they have heard that we have declared Biafra, and since 29th of November, these people are bringing out different strategies, confusion, deception, disintegration, divide and rule. There is nothing they have not thrown at us. Today, the campaign is to change the narrative and let the people in the homeland believe that we are the problem. If you are in the homeland and you're watching the video, please, I want you to share it to one or two people. Let them follow you and watch. If you have a group in the homeland, play this video. Let them watch it. Play it. Let them watch it. The insecurity in Biafra land, more especially in Anambra State, it is not our making. Many of you have seen what happened to one of our beloved sisters. a youth copper, how this useless Udogachi, Abiagune Chamber, what nonsense group they form, beat that woman, that lady, a very beautiful lady. They beat her and stripped her naked before the whole world for doing nothing. For doing nothing. Just because she owns a laptop, she owns a phone. Out of jealousy, wickedness, and they beat this girl, a girl that is serving youth, this their useless youth service they are doing in Nigeria. A girl engaged in youth service and a Biafran lady engaged in youth service in Anambra State. The thugs that Soludo have recruited beat this girl, beat her to nonsense. And they wanted to hide it, but when people took over the matter and began to share it on social media, they can't hide it anymore. They first of all came and gave a speech and they said they have arrested the people, but they want to take the case to the court. And the judge said, the family of the girl said they shouldn't take the case to court. The family of the girl said they don't want to expose it, they don't want to expose the girl, they want to danger the girl's life, they don't want to harm the girl. Because of that, nobody should continue further with the case, and they withdraw the case. The same, you can imagine a government that is meant to protect life and property of its people. A government that is meant to protect the life of that innocent woman, innocent lady. The same government is saying that the family of the lady withdraw the case, and because of that, they are not going to prosecute the people. They just they want to take them to the police, and this one happened. Bunkum. After telling that story, they saw that people insist on pressure, putting pressure. The next thing they come, they say they have sacked those people. They have sacked all those people who were involved. They have sacked them from their work, and they remove them and they hand them over to the police. And now the police will take action. Lie, 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 and lie. Now they want you to forget the whole evil they have committed. This is one out of many. This is just one out of many. There are many people that don't have somebody to push their own story in the social media. There are many people that don't have anybody to push their own story in the front line. Let me tell you, there are some crime you commit. There are some crimes that you commit. When you commit that crime, nobody, not even the person you committed the crime against, will save you. There is a crime you commit, they call it crime against the state. Crime against the state. Even if you commit it against somebody, the state will not let you go free. There is nothing like pardon. Just like a crime of such a rate of abuse or murder, strict abuse or murder, going against the constitution or law of the country, it's a crime on its own. And when you go against the constitution, even the trouble was between you and somebody, after the person has forgiven you, good and fine, your own case with the person have been settled, the government will take it up and they will deal with you mercilessly. You will face the full wrath of the law. That is how things are done. In the case of that our sister, there is no reason for that idiot to come and begin to issue that statement that the family of the girl said that they don't want trouble, they don't want to expose the girl to danger. It means that the government are not capable to even protect a citizen. They are not capable to protect a citizen. Then how would someone else come out to explain or say what happened, or if something happened to you, how would you come out and say it? When the government is telling you that they cannot protect you. And that was the reason they were given why they could not carry that case immediately and do what they have to do. They are the one that employ the thugs. And they are the one using the thugs. We have seen the thugs confess on many occasions that they are giving returns to the people that employ them, the government. Soludo have destroyed Anambra State. And it didn't start yesterday. The politicians in Anambra State have been involved from day one in insecurity in Anambra State. Every time there is insecurity in Anambra State, the people that pioneer it and engineer it and push it are no other people than the politicians. But today, they want to change the narrative. They want to change the narrative. If you go everywhere now, wherever they go and catch a court group, they will tell you that these people are Biafran people. Whenever they commit a crime, they tell you that they are Biafrans. Soludo will go and tell you that the people that commit crime are only Biafrans. They don't see Fulanis. Fulanis are not kidnapping. Even when we have video evidence, confirmed one, new and old, of the atrocity of Fulanis in Biafra land. This changing of narrative, we must not allow it. That is why I am using the video of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, where he exposed the atrocities in Anambra State. the criminality of Anambra State, the origin, and why it is still happening as it's happening today. You know, I will continue to visit all these old programs of our leaders. So when you listen to it, you will get an answer. You will have an answer to what question people are asking today. You will get a strong answer and response to some idiots that come and accuse you unnecessarily. You will have a response to them. That is why I am going this direction. We will not allow them to change the direction because the world is watching. We are in a very critical time where the world want to know who are they going to recognize, who are they going to talk to, who are they going to deal with. The world are watching. They want to know. They want to know if they can trust us. They want to know what we can offer, and they are watching. So we will not allow these people to destroy what we have fought hard for many years to get. We cannot allow them to destroy what we have fought for, what many of us have died for, what many of us have lost friends, lost businesses, lost homes, lost respect, endured insult because of it. And today, somebody is coming from nowhere to come and change the narrative. They have bought many content creators in Nigeria. In Biafra land, if I say Nigeria, it is too wide. In Biafra land, they have bought many content creators that are helping them to promote this propaganda that we are the problem. That Biafra, that have been declared, the restoration of Biafra, those talking about Biafra, they are the problem. We are not the problem. I want you to pay close attention to this video I'm about to play. Let us listen and digest it together. You will have an answer to give to some idiot that are accusing us today of insecurity in the Southeast. I want you to pay attention closely to this very video. You will learn a lot from it. Let us watch and hear from the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko.
Corrected with award for being peaceful state and all that.
Insecurity in Anambra is a recent phenomenon, very recent. And I think my brother on the right hand side, I'm sure when he responds, he might be able to tell a little more about part of the reasons why that is happening.
He fired a shot at Anambra. He said, insecurity in Anambra is a recent phenomenon that maybe when my brother at the right side will answer, which is Anambra, he is going to tell us, what he knows about the insecurity in Anambra, which is a recent phenomenon, according to him, during the time of this particular debate. Which means Soludo have accused Anambra here of being responsible for the insecurity in Anambra prior to the election. You understand me? Soludo in this debate accused Anambra, the brother at the right, of having answers to the insecurity in Anambra, which according to Soludo is a new phenomenon. You see, you don't do that. No matter what, you don't do that. The only way you can do that is between us and Fulani. Between us and Buhari. That is when you can make such comments. Soludo, right in front of the world, accused Anambra of being responsible or knowing something about the insecurity in Anambra back then. I want you to understand, for those who, because you hate Simon Ekpa, every time you come, when they kill somebody, you say Simon Ekpa. When you do this, you say IBUB. When you do that, but yet you say Simon Ekpa is nobody. I want you to understand that the root cause of Soludo problem may not be far from what I'm doing this evening. Soludo, which I know he listened to my program, and I know you have taken some correction from our program here. I have come again this evening, free of charge. You don't need to pay me. You don't need to pay me. Somebody said, this person is not Anambra. Listen to me. Soludo was referring to somebody at the right, not the person that the picture showed now. The person that the picture showed now is a different person. That is the other person, but not, it was not the person Soludo was referring to. Soludo was referring to the person at the right side, which is Anambra. This man you see here was at the left side. Now, I want you to watch it again on the Thomas Ekwebra.
I think my brother on the other right.
My brother at the other right, which is Anambra, is at the right. The person you are going to see his picture now is at the left.
On the right hand side, I'm sure when he responds, he might be able to tell a little more about part of the business, why that is happening.
That when Anambra responds, Anambra is going to tell part of the reason why the insecurity is happening in Anambra State. So, Soludo on this page accused Anambra of being responsible for the insecurity in Anambra State. Remember, there have been accusations of some political opponents or some politicians importing criminals from neighboring state. Now, Soludo fired that shot that day, and listen and watch how the whole thing will go down.
Please, let's shift away from, casting blames to accept the responsibility. Yeah.
Now, this one responded a very, probably making reference, because the question was not directed at him, but he was making reference that we should concentrate on the issue and stop casting blame and all that.
Reality is that both Afghan is affair in Nigeria. Let's put it up.
Now you see the right side where Soludo was pointing. That is standing Anambra. This is the left side of Soludo, which is standing this PDP person. So the person Soludo was talking about in the right side is Anambra. Now I want you to see how Soludo is going to nail Anambra, and it will never go well with Anambra. Remember what I tell you before? I said there are people you are not going to, there are some words you will not use on some certain people. And once you do that, you are bringing problem to yourself. So, considering their history, considering how they are and all that. Now, I want you to listen.
On record. First of all, you say you engage. You only engage when you...
Soludo pointed at Anambra again, trying to ridicule Anambra. He's not trying, he ridiculed Anambra in front of the world. Soludo did not even care about the PDP candidate. Soludo attacked directly, indirectly, and otherwise Anambra, exposed Anambra, disgraced Anambra, humiliate Anambra. I want you to watch.
You want to run for an election, and after an election you go on voicemail, never engage, never spoke to anybody. This is the one, and I will talk about it, who has engaged in and out of season. You were in Senate for 8 years, not one word about the IPOB and the agitations in the South.
Did you hear that? Soludo fired that Anambra was in Senate for 8 years. He did not utter one single word about IPOB and agitation in the Southeast. Another shot fired.
You were only engaging when you want to run. Insecurity in Anambra started with the PDP government orchestrated by my brother on my right hand.
Did you hear that again? Soludo accused Anambra that insecurity in Anambra started from PDP, from my brother at the right side, at the right hand. Again, the right hand brother is that Anambra. For those who say Soludo was referring to another person, so you can hear him now, and you can see both of them standing. He said the insecurity in Anambra was orchestrated by my brother at the right hand side. Listen to him again.
When you want to run, insecurity in Anambra started with the PDP government orchestrated by my brother on my right hand.
Did you hear that? The insecurity in Anambra started from PDP, orchestrated by the brother in the right hand, which is Anambra. You see, I want us to have this record. Soludo, Soludo, you don't do that. You don't do that. You disgraced Anambra, you exposed Anambra, you humiliated Anambra, and you think the people that are following Anambra or him himself will ever be happy with the way you exposed and humiliated him? No way. Considering who Anambra is, that will know. You are never going to go. You can't escape Anambra. So I want, after this evening broadcast, let nobody call IPOB again about Anambra insecurity, say insecurity don't see. Let nobody call Simon Ekpa again about Anambra insecurity, say insecurity don't see. The insecurity Soludo was talking about is the same insecurity we are talking about today. So how come it is now Simon Ekpa? How come it is not IPO? How come it is not autopilot? How come it is now all of you because you hate me, because you don't want Biafra, some of you, because some of you are paid agents, all you do is to go and tax Simon Ekpa. When did this particular insecurity change? I want you people to understand that everything we do will come with evidence. Okay? So tell me, when did this insecurity change from Anambra to Simon Ekpa? I want you to understand that if you accuse Simon Ekpa, the wrath of Biafra, the wrath of God, and the wrath of everything that follow me will be upon you. Believe me. Simon Ekpa has nothing to do with anything going on here. My own job is to preach and inform you. Whatever you do with information, whatever you do out of anger is not my business. So I want everybody to listen and ask Soludo and ask all the people, all the Irans, including Anka, that they are writing everything today. Simon Ekpa boys. When did the security situation change from Anambra to Simon Ekpa? Now, I want you to listen to this. I'm going to go back again.
Bishops in the southeast. You only engaging where you want to run. Insecurity in Anambra started with the PDP government and orchestrated by my brother on my right hand, kidnapping a sitting governor.
Did you hear that? My brother at my right hand kidnapping a sitting governor.
It was a PDP legacy in Anambra.
It was a PDP legacy in Anambra. And remember, Soludo was addressing this particular insecurity of that time during the time of this campaign. So Soludo is reminding them that the insecurity in Anambra is being orchestrated by the brother at the right hand, which is Anambra. And then he made reference to how Anambra imported kidnapping in Anambra State. It was Anambra who brought kidnapping in Anambra State by kidnapping a city governor. I want you to listen to it again.
My brother on my right hand, the IPOB and the accusations in this season. You were in Senate for 8 years, not one word about the IPOB and the accusations in the South. You only engaging where you want to run. The insecurity in Anambra started with the PDP government and orchestrated by my brother on my right hand, kidnapping the sitting governor. It was the PDP legacy in Anambra. The PDP legacy in Anambra, burning down Anambra State. The violence, kidnapping, and so on and so forth on this state was started by PDP.
Did you hear that? Burning down Anambra State started from PDP by my brother on the right hand side.
When my brother on the right hand side
My brother on the right-hand side, you hear it very clear.
Was at the engine room stocking up all the fires.
Was at the engine room stocking up all the fires. Okay, now I will take this thing back and back again until you get to the end.
When my brother on the right hand side was at the engine room stoking up all the fires. I wasn't involved. I don't know what he's talking about.
Okay, he said he doesn't know what he's talking about. You see, if you understand the embarrassment Soludo gave to Anambra, Anambra can never forgive him for that embarrassment. That is a very big uppercut and at the lower abdomen. Soludo punched this man. He punched this man in the teeth. He punched this man in the bromary, using bromary and punching him. He punched him in the manhood, punched him everywhere. Soludo punched him uppercut, gave him all the uppercut in this world. And that Yuba, it can never go down well with him.
I have no business in that. Come on. Now there's a white paper that came out of him.
He said he has no business in that kidnapping. Soludo was still there, firing him. If you look at the three person, you find out that the PDP guy was having fun. The PDP guy was having fun. Soludo had to turn around and face Anambra. He backed the PDP guy. He faced Anambra and punched Anambra. Anambra was saying, I don't know anything about the kidnapping. Soludo was saying, come on, I want you to watch it.
Looking up all the fires. I wasn't involved. I don't know what he's talking about. I have no business in that. Come on. Now there's a white paper that came out of it.
Oh, come on.
White paper on the kidnapping. Why did you put anything to have anything to do with it? What are you talking about? Let me tell you, I was special assistant to the president of Nigeria in this country. And knows about security. That's it. I know about security.
The same Soludo today is shouting Simon Ekpa in Finland. Thank you very much for that comment. The same Soludo has gone around. He did not know when he shit in the church because Anambra can never forgive him for disgracing him like this in public. So Soludo, who have identified where the insecurity of Anambra State come from, who brought it, why the person brought it, and all of a sudden Soludo switch now to Simon Ekpa. Let me tell you, it does not matter whether there is crisis or sit at home, whether there is, if we are not going to stop, deal with the insecurity that the people or the criminals that you call them that are coming to constitute problem or constitute nuisance during the time of our civil disobedience. Deal with them. There's nothing to do with us. So I want you to listen again.
I was special assistant to the president of Nigeria in this country and knows about security. I know about security. Now let me tell you, he's talking about saying that I'm involved, but I'm not involved in anything that concerns kidnapping and everything.
Okay.
I wasn't really in the country when it happened.
Okay.
Outside the country, when they came through to me, 2:45 when I picked the phone, said they want to speak. But then John said he wants to speak to the president. I said, well, I took the phone to the president, and the president asked me to call the IG of police and all that stuff, which I did. And the voting was done. That's why the voting was done. So how could I have been involved? If I was involved, would have made that phone call.
Okay.
Please, absolute silence in the hall so that we can appreciate what the candidates are saying. Thank you very much.
Now, Soludo is about to fire the second shot at Anambra. Remember what I told you? I said there are things you don't say. There are some words you don't use on certain people, especially when you know what they can do. So there are certain words you don't use. Soludo used every word available. Soludo used insulted, Soludo went, crossed the red line on Anambra. Now, Soludo is about to fire another second shot, which is forging secondary school certificate. I am telling you the fact. All these things that I'm telling you today, Anambra can never ever forgive Soludo because the insult was too much. And if you know how politicians and the ego, ego men and their ego. So I want you to listen, and I hope that you send this video to Soludo to know where he shit in the church, and probably he can begin to start solving the insecurity in Anambra from this particular broadcast today. Now, I am not saying, that is not to say that I am saying that Anambra is responsible for insecurity. I did not say it, Soludo said it. I didn't say it. So our question now is, when did this insecurity switch from Anambra to IPOB, or from Anambra to Simon Ekpa? When did it switch? Now, I want you to watch as Soludo now fired the second shot.
What the candidates are saying. Thank you very much.
When did you graduate? You have secondary school. When did you graduate? You see, well, that is politics. So let us hear them.
You have school certificate. In 1974, go and check it. I have a 1974. Go and check. Your school certificate in 19 states. It's forgery. Go and check.
It's forgery.
No, you are absolutely. I'm not sure you do your right.
Soludo disgraced and humiliated Anambra to the highest maximum. In fact, Anambra can never remain the same after this, particular debate. Anambra can never remain the same, and he can never ever forgive Soludo. So now, all this while, Soludo identified who was responsible for the insecurity, only to turn around and they say people from other states are the criminals. People from other states, after winning the election, Soludo turn around to say that the criminals are from other states. Now, Soludo did not say during this time that the criminals are from other states. Soludo identified Anambra as the criminal. So ask yourself, what has changed? When did this criminality switch from Anambra to us? Or is it because we are calling for sit at home? So I want you to understand. Now, Soludo is now using the criminality he accused Anambra to fight IPOB and fight Biafra, instead of Soludo to focus on the people that he have accused and identified as responsible for the insecurity. What did they do? When we call for sit at home, Soludo is now riding on the back of Anambra insecurity to fight us. You understand what you understand it? You understand it?
I hope you are getting it now. You are seeing how unstable this very man they call Soludo, how unstable he is. So many of us, when you hear him talk, you think he started yesterday. This man is so unstable, a lying professional, a professional in lying. This is the man who is the forefront today of changing narratives, and we will never allow them to change narrative. That is why we are bringing back old things where we started. Listen to this exposition very well. You'll be glad you did.
Soludo is, when we say people should sit at home, and then when people go out, the same people that Soludo is accusing, which is Anambra people, will go out to foment some trouble. They will go out to destroy the company. They may even kill people. They just want to make Anambra state ungovernable. And then Soludo will turn around and blame it that people are enforcing it at home. Nobody enforces it at home. Nobody enforces it. Nobody enforces it at home. Because Biafra have set record. 3 days sit at home. The first time in the history of Biafra struggle. We ask Biafra people to sit at home for 3 days. They sit at home without complaining. We are preparing them for what is to come. So I want you to understand that when these people go and foment trouble during the sit at home, instead of Soludo to call the people name and call them Anduba people, if he has evidence of that, no. He now decided to use them to fight Biafra struggle. Thinking that when they call Samonetba, I am going to run away from Biafra struggle again. Thinking that when the entire Nigeria is calling me a criminal, calling me this one, calling me my boys, and then I'm going to run away. You don't have nothing to show that anybody is my boy. But I have just come to ask Soludo to stick to this particular accusation. Why is it that the same criminals will make trouble, you now turn it around to say that boy in Finland? Because you want to use the criminals of Anambra to fight the Biafra struggle. It will not work. Even if they like, let them burn entire Anambra state, burn Enugu, let them burn everything to ashes. We cannot stop this Biafra agitation. Never. So if you are thinking that...
Did you hear that point? Soludo is using the gangsters, the criminal, the thugs of Andiuba to fight the struggle. And that is exactly what Soludo is doing today. This very thing that Simon spoke here is exactly what Soludo is doing today. Using the same people he knows that cause the insecurity, they are the people he is using today to fight Biafran struggle, to fight the Biafrans. You see, connect the dot. When you connect the dot, you see that this very thing that Simon mentioned here is exactly what Soludo is doing today. I will take it back a little bit so that we can hear it again. That is exactly what Soludo is doing today.
Struggle. We ask Biafra people to sit at home for 3 days. They sit at home without complaining. We are preparing them for what is to come. So I want you to understand that when these people go and foment trouble during the sit at home, instead of Soludo to call the people name and call them Anduba people, if he has evidence of that, no. He now decided to use them to fight Biafra struggle. Thinking that when they call Samonetba, I am going to run away from Biafra struggle again. Thinking that when the entire Nigeria is calling me a criminal, calling me this one, calling me my boys, and then I'm going to run away. You don't have nothing to show that anybody is my boy. But I have just come to ask Soludo to stick to this particular accusation. Why is it that the same criminals will make trouble, you now turn it around to say that boy in Finland? Because
that is what he's doing up to today.
Of Anambra to fight the Biafra struggle. It will not work. Even if they like, let them burn entire Anambra state, burn Enugu, let them burn everything to ashes. We cannot stop this Biafra agitation. Never. So if you are thinking that you are going to use these criminals imported, according to you, to fight our sit at home, it is dead on arrival. I want you people to watch Soludo. How Soludo fired and punched Anduba, and Anduba can never forgive. Never.
It's wondering. Go and check it. The school is there. No, you are. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing.
Soludo came out here for Anduba. He left the BBB guy and he faced Anduba. He was, humiliating Anduba, the highest humiliation of the life of Anduba. Anduba have never been humiliated by this before.
Right. So let me tell you, Soludo, you are yes. And today, three of us are from the central government. I got Inamis were from my roads, and Inamis was better than Scotia roads, better than Boga roads. And these are people who have held high positions that I'm shocked that indeed actually in the future on this debate. You've been advising them for the past 16 years. You've been advising them on the roads. You're saying all this, long English here.
Andrew, but you can see the anger on his face. You can see like disappointment, anger. He said, you come here and start speaking all this God English. I want the frustration, everything. So Andrew can never ever in his life until he died forget this thing. Nobody has ever disgraced Andrew like this in public, but in front of the world. Now, my question is, if Soludo identified that Andrew is responsible for the insecurity, important kidnapping in Anambra and all that, how can Soludo now understand that Andrew will go back and make his government ungovernable? If he has the quality of importing criminality in Anambra, as Soludo accused him of, and he not accused him, for Soludo accused him. So is Soludo really thinking that Andrew will go and sit down and cross his hand and he's going to have a smooth sailing in Anambra?
Of course not.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Big lie.
So now watch.
And indeed actually in the future on this debate. You've been advising them for the past 16 years. You've been advising on the roads. You're saying all this, long English here. You've been advising them on what the roads are all about, on how they take care of the roads. Yes, I know what I did. I know what I did. I know what I federal fraud and your consequences. Now,
you see, Andrew was dismantled, like disabled. Soludo disabled Andrew with attack from up and down. And this attack are criminality. Attack on the integrity. Soludo presented Andrew as a criminal. You understand what it is? In front of the world. Now, you can imagine where Andrew have associated in the US. Andrew was staying in the US. You can imagine where Andrew have associated in the US. You can imagine where Andrew have friends, business people, because he has made connection. And then Andrew will now tell people to come and watch his debate for governorship debate of Anambra State. And his business associate will be listening to a central bank governor, a former central bank governor of Nigeria, telling this man is a criminal. Telling you how this man is a criminal, how he imported kidnapping. I am telling you a central bank governor, you are going to hold his word. Okay? Telling you that this man is a criminal, this man is a kidnapper, this man did not go to school, this man forged his YX certificate. My brother, you can never, how can Soludo reverse this? You can never reverse it. So, you understand what I'm talking about? So, if Anambra has invited the people from America, the business associate from London, people from Europe, I am running for governor of Anambra State, one of the biggest states in Nigeria, the most economic hub of Nigeria. Come and watch my debate. And they followed him back on the Arise TV. I have my business friend called Andrew is running for governor in Anambra State. Bam! They go and start watching. Only for them to hear you see, let me tell you, if you do not understand the integrity of Soludo as a dead, not now, integrity of Soludo as a dead, as an ex-central bank governor of Nigeria, you can let us use Dr. Malafia, for example. You see, Dr. Malafia said something. He was a deputy central bank, a deputy governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Malafia. So he said something, everybody take it serious. So now, when Abiba invited his friend, where Abiba invited the business associate to come and watch his debate, only for them to come and see that Abiba is a criminal. Ha! Oh my goodness. Only for them to come to hear that Abiba is a kidnapper. Only for them to come and hear that not go to school. Only for them to, and then Yuba could not defend himself because he was, thrown off balance. And all he could do is, you come here to speak long grammar. And inside him, you know that Yuba left that place like empty. So I want Soludo to go back to drawing board and see whether what you did to Anduba here, and if you say that Anduba is a criminal, whether Anduba, who you say imported kidnapping into Anambra, and according to you, Anduba kidnapped a whole sitting governor. If somebody that has capability to kidnap a sitting governor,
imagine.
You understand what the person will do to the government.
Imagine.
The person will spend every money to make sure you are not comfortable in your government. So Soludo, leave IPOB alone. Solve the problem you created. Leave Simon Ekpa alone, Soludo. You can't stop me. You can't stop Biafra. Go and solve the problem you created for yourself and for your government. I am not saying that Anduba is responsible for the insecurity, but Soludo, from what Soludo said now, I am only doing analysis. I am only connecting the dots for you to know what is happening in Anambra today. How come Soludo all of a sudden he don't remember Anduba? You only focus on Simon Ekpa. How come just overnight Soludo forgot about Anduba? Soludo don't remember what that Anduba, he accused Anduba that he was the one who brought all this insecurity before the election. So what kind of switch is that? I want you to watch.
If you go out there and look at it, there are over 1,000 buses branded. What are they doing? The branded is Soludo's. Just right here, over 1,000 buses branded, and people are suffering in the state. There's no road. What are you doing?
You see, Anduba has nothing to say about all the accusation from Soludo. The only thing he said is that Soludo have 1,000 buses. Soludo have 1,000 buses painted and people are hungry in the state. That is the only thing Anduba can say. It is shameful.
And in terms of awards, talks about awards received as central bank government. I was in banking those days. I really don't want to delve into things we shouldn't be talking about. But I can tell you, when we stopped our failure regulation, when he was central bank governor, the number of jobs that we lost is unprecedented after he left. And you know why? Anyway, let's leave that for another. And he's also spoken about Transcorp. He said it a number of times. Quite frankly, Transcorp was founded, sold shares for something now 50 kobo, crushed 50 kobo. We came on board to rescue Transcorp after he has left in the government. And again, precisely, he has no role in hiring talent because no one even the same he hired Valentine. I wish Nicholas Okoye and the other one video to have recruited the policy that has come out from my dear brother and friend. It's only me, just me individual. I don't need me, let's say that individual.
Look, another shot fired by Soludo. Soludo called Anduba a cleaner. Soludo accused Anduba of being a house help in Obasanjo. That is not, oh my goodness, and Anduba could not defend himself. Soludo said that Anduba is a domestic servant to Obasanjo. A domestic servant. You know what a domestic servant means? A domestic servant means Odibo. You know, domestic servant of Obasanjo means that Anduba was cleaning Obasanjo's table in Aso Rock. It means that Anduba was a domestic servant. Now, Anduba did not expect Soludo to go this far. It was too personal. It was too personal. Even somebody, cautioned Soludo that you are going out of point. Soludo called Anduba and exposed Anduba that you were just a houseboy in Aso Rock. That you were just a boy, you were, he did not call him, but he said you are a domestic servant. And if Anduba has advertised himself as a PA to Obasanjo, special advisor, duty specialist advisor for this, advisor for that. He has put that in his profile. He has, boasted to all his friends that he was a former PA to Obasanjo. He has, you know how they do it. You know how you give yourself all this title. So if Anambra has positioned himself to his friend that he was a PA to former president, he was a personal assistant, he was a personal assistant to the Obasanjo. He was this only for him to invite all his friends from all over the world, from America, from London, from European Union, from China, from Hong Kong, from everywhere. Anambra invited people, come and watch our debate. I am running for governor of Anambra State. Again, after having served 8 years as a senator, you know what it means? Only for the people to come and be watching Anambra getting very big exposed. They exposed Anambra that Anambra was a domestic servant instead of the PA he claimed to be. Now, watch him.
That's come out from my dear brother friend. He's telling me he got me in the villa. Can you make me in the villa? I wake up with the president. He said I'm a domestic staff. But yes, the domestic, I clean the president's shoe. That's what he said.
You hear that? Anambra felt insulted. He said he's a domestic staff to the president that he cleaned the president's shoe. That is what he said. Jesus Christ.
When he's alive today, he said, he's alive today, clean shoe. That's what he said. The domestic, I clean the villa. I wake up with the president. He said I'm a domestic staff. But yes, the domestic, I clean the president's shoe. That's what he said. When he's alive today, he said, he'll tell you.
If you look at the way Anambra was trying to defend himself, you find out that it was not funny. He said, "Oh, you say that I'm a domestic staff, that the president is alive today. The president is alive today. So Obasanjo should come and say, no, Anambra was not my domestic staff. Anambra was my PA. Jesus Christ. So don't kill this man. How then, if this man is a bad man, as Soludo claimed, how do Soludo think he will have peace in Anambra? I am telling you the fact. How the hell Soludo think that after winning this election, this man will let you to have peace? Now listen to it again.
He's telling me he got me in the villa. How can he make me in the villa? I wake up with the president. He said I'm a domestic staff. But yes, the domestic clean the president's shoe. That's what he said. But he's alive today, he said. He'll tell you. He comes in to use someone to see what will happen. Call me all the time. My brother, when the medicine here from what you came to us to save them. Igwe advocated their life. Time Igwe came to say, thank you to the president for the giving Sadama. He said, no, you thank this person.
You see, Anambra was now telling them that he was the one who made him a central governor. He come with 5 Igwe to thank the president. The president said, no, thank him. It was this man. Can you understand?
Because he's still alive. I believe he's saying what you're saying. So I came from the US, that is certificate to go and work for us. Take this season.
You see? Now, Anambra was telling him, so you think I came all the way from US to come and work in Nigeria without a certificate? You think it is easy? You can understand pain. The pain Anambra was going through here. The pain from Soludo.
In what you're saying. So I came from the US without a certificate to come and work for us. You think it's easy? You think it's easy? You think it's easy to do so? That's what we have to do. It's to show you who the type person you are. It's to show the type of person you are.
Please, the APC candidate has the floor. Professor Soludo allowed.
It's to show the type of person.
APC candidate, please place the camera.
Look at the face. Look at the face of Anambra. You will know that Anambra was in pain. In pain. Pain.
Now, He says he sleeps and wakes up. How can he say that? He sleeps and wakes up. Why not live in the villa? You live in the don't live in the villa. You're telling me that you see a person, you see a person. It's only when you have another when you're allowed to communicate nothing. So
Time. Anambra is only now defending about who see Obasanjo, who wake up with Obasanjo, who sleep in National Rock, and who does not sleep in National Rock. Jesus Christ. So Anambra is now arguing who sleep in National Rock and who does not sleep in National Rock. And he said that him Anambra sleep in National Rock. He wake up with Obasanjo, he sleep with Obasanjo, and he wake up with Obasanjo. And that is his defense. This Soludo butchered this man. You see, I know that Soludo may be very cunning and he pretend that he did not know what he had done. And he pretend that he think that maybe the Biafra people are the one causing insecurity. People from other states are causing insecurity. Soludo, if you do not know where your problem is coming from, watch this video today. Watch this broadcast.
everyone who started praying who started
Chai. So Anambra is asking him who started the praying in Aston Villa.
you started prayer. Did you start it? Because you did it. You came in as an interloper trying to find out how you would be there to see how you come to the place. There's never one person who thinks he knows it all. And that's what one person watch out for. There's no once you're not humble enough to accept and you bring that arrogance that I know it all, then you're not even fit for this job because you can't know it all. It's impossible. I can tell it.
Well, that's so beautiful. Thank you very much for staying with us on radio and on television. Okay, gentlemen.
Faith.
Okay, well, gentlemen, don't go up on the stage yet.
It's fake. Fake laugh. Fake laugh. Everything you see here was fake. Fake as immediately Anambra left this place, he will never remain the same. Hi! He will never remain the same. And Soludo did the job. Soludo destroyed Anambra. So now, if Anambra is bad, as Soludo claimed, Soludo should now know where his problem is coming from. Okay? You should not know where. You know, the other day, I showed you people the video of Chris, where Chris was telling the story how he was kidnapped. I don't need to go back and play it. I believe this particular video and this particular exposition have done something and will make Soludo to start thinking. Leave Simon Ekpa alone. Simon Ekpa have no business with the security, with whatever that is happening in your state, any other state at all. What we are after is independent state of Biafra. And that is going to bring me to what I said. Let me, one moment. This particular issue that Simon Ekpa is preaching is bringing me to the next exposition, which is why Soludo should leave us alone as we are fighting for what is right and what is just and for the freedom of our people. For those of you who say you want one Nigeria, I want you to watch this video.
Friend you.
when you take the history of Nigeria, from the very beginning, when we were amalgamated, from the very beginning when we became a nation, we got it all together wrong.
I want you to listen to this man.
When you take the history of Nigeria, from the very beginning, when we were amalgamated, from the very beginning we became a nation, we got it all together wrong.
From the beginning of the amalgamation to the time Nigeria got independent, they got it wrong. This is coming from one of them.
You bring in people of different culture, different beliefs, different socialization, different religion, different outlooks, mash them together by force to form a nation. Only the initial builders of Nigeria had a clear vision and a mission, devoid of any sentiment. Soon thereafter, it became clear that it was a wrong union. It was a union that was not properly negotiated. We could have remained a great country if we had isolated our own identities, peculiarities, culture, while contributing to the nations of like America. But we ended up having people from one generation, one set of years to another. Everybody came with a vision and a mission. And destroy the people so cement, even they are good because they are good in place by an imaginary enemy. Secondly, we have a nation where we celebrate criminals. It is only in Nigeria that somebody will clearly steal and loot, hugely from public treasury. And then after some time, you see him receiving national bonus. You see him being given teacher's titles. You see him being called king, prince, and emma. That is an indicator that we are yet to be there. We also own a nation. Only the initial builders of Nigeria had a clear vision and a mission, devoid of any sentiment. Soon thereafter, it became clear that it was a wrong union. It was a union that was not properly negotiated. We could have remained a great country if we had isolated our own identities, peculiarities, culture, while contributing to the nations of like America. But we ended up having people from one generation, one set of years to another. Everybody came with a vision and a mission. And destroy the people so cement, even they are good because they are put in place by an imaginary enemy. Secondly, we have a nation where we celebrate criminals. It is only in Nigeria that somebody will clearly steal and loot, hugely from the public treasury. And then after some time, you see him receiving national bonus. You see him being given teacher's titles. You see him being called king, prince, and emma. That is an indicator that we are yet to be there. We also have a competent followership, a followership that is satisfied with collecting 500 naira to vote, 1,000 naira to vote, a bar also, a tin of milk. On that basis, he surrenders his franchise. It means we are not conscious of our civic duties and responsibilities as a nation. Majority of the common people that are complaining now are also contributing to the destruction of the country in collaboration with the police or the elites. While the elites are losing the treasury, they are hating them today. If a northerner was caught stealing 10 billion naira and he is taken to court, believe me honestly, you see northern organizations, northern elites, some of them saying that he is being persecuted because he's a northerner, because he's a Muslim.
I want you to understand that you just listened to this man who said that the problem of Nigeria started from the amalgamation up to the independence. And Nigeria can never be one. Now, I want you to listen to Pastor Enenche. Everybody is busy. Everybody is busy telling you how to defend yourself, telling you law, telling you this, including us who are fighting for Biafra. The question is, those who believe in one Nigeria, Why are you preaching self-defense? I do not understand. That is crazy. That is insanity. You believe in one Nigeria, and at the same time, you are preaching your congregation for self-defense. You are now teaching law. Everybody is now a law teacher, a law lecturer. This Pastor Enenche is now teaching law in his church, teaching people which constitution, which law gave them the right for self-defense. Yet, they want to stay in Nigeria, where they will be teaching people how to defend themselves. Oh, Jesus Christ, I do not know the kind of brain you should achieve. Somebody know that a country is not working. Somebody know that the country can never work again. Yet, he is teaching you how to defend yourself. I want you to watch.
I'm asking it very fast.
Oh, not here, sorry. Not here. A moment. I want you to watch. Whatever the person does to prevent himself from being killed does not amount to an offense. Honey, this man has become a law lecturer. He has become a lecturer, teaching his church members law. And so, you must die in one Nigeria. A Nigeria that cannot protect you. A Nigeria where everybody must carry arms to defend themselves. Yet, they want to be one Nigeria. You see, I do not understand. Why would somebody want to be in a Nigeria where he is going to be carrying AK-47 to defend himself? That is the confusion. Okay. Anything a person does in order to prevent himself from being killed. Okay. Whatever it is not an offense. All right. So why would you want to be in a country when you can actually go on your own and nobody will come to kill you? And you don't need to come and teach somebody how he can defend him or herself when he's being killed. I don't understand the rationale behind this. These people don't have brain. Why would you waste your time teaching people in your church how to defend themselves when they want to kill them? Why don't you fight for the disintegration of Nigeria to solve the problem? Section 59 of the Penal Code provides that nothing is an offense. He is teaching them Section 59 of the Penal Code. It is now, they have now, the church now is no longer Bible. The Nigeria Penal Code and Constitution has become the Bible, the church. In the church. And he is not learning from us, the Biafra people. We decided to defend ourselves and the military are killing us every day. We decided to buy arms and ammunition to protect our women and our children and our land. The military are coming to kill us every day. Yet, this man is in the church preaching self-defense. Self-defense that made them to bomb the Muslims. Self-defense that made them to bomb Anambra. Self-defense that made the military to lay siege today in entire Biafra land. He is just preaching it in his church. What are you going to use to defend yourself against gun, chain bullet welding, Fulani terrorists? What are you going to use to defend yourself? You need another AK-47. You need chain bullet. So Nigeria Army is going to allow you to have a self-defense. This is a misplaced priority. Very stupid people. Of which it is done in the lawful exercise of the right of private defense. Akoko, you are teaching law in your church. When the Fulani that is ruling you in Nigeria do not respect the law. In fact, they can't even read it, not to talk of interpreting it. You are reading law to your church members. Nothing is an offense. Vigilante group hear the word. Okay, vigilante group hear the word. They are fighting and killing our own vigilante group. You are in your church preaching for vigilante group to hear the word. Jay, nothing is an Section 60. You are preaching Section 60 of the penal code. You are reading it to them. Jesus Christ. Yet, you want to be part of Nigeria. This is the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my life. Penal code also provides that the right of private defense extends to A, the defense of his own body, and the body of any other person. Okay, so when the military will come in your local government, like they are now in the entire Biafra land, searching for our Eastern security network to kill. When did they come? Your vigilante will carry Nigerian constitution. Okay? Your vigilante will carry Nigerian constitution. Hey, yes, penal code, section 60. He said, I must defend myself. That is why I'm here. The Nigerian military, who are the same Fulani who are coming to kill, will not tell you, okay, read it, let us see what the constitution says. And then you tell them, the constitution says, I can defend myself. So this thing I have now is to defend myself. Can you imagine? Stupid. Stupid. Instead of this man to use his time to teach about the disintegration of Nigeria, to teach about the dangerous diversity, to tell his congregation the reason why everybody must rise up against Nigeria state. He is there teaching constitution. He is there teaching how you should defend yourself. And he knows that the country can no longer defend you. Yet, he wants you to take the law into your hand and defend yourself. And they want to be part of Nigeria. I don't know what they are thinking. Honestly. Now watch it. Against any offense affecting the human body, be the property, whether movable or immovable, or possession of any other person, in all laws, against any activity, and is an offense under the definition of theft, robbery, which criminal trespass, attempt to commit any of those offenses. Nothing is an offense. Okay. Where a person is defending himself or defending another. Yes. Yes. So what is the useless nonsense? What is happening in your own state? You are from Benue State, if I'm not mistaken. You have the highest ID. You cannot even, this man cannot even bring money to form security or vigilante group in his state. His state is ravaged with Fulani. The highest IDP camp in Nigeria is in Benue State. This man cannot use his money, the church money, to form security, to form vigilante. And he's here preaching how to defend himself. Very shameful. Very shameful. Now watch. About those who think they have a claim to take lives at will, and then they go unarrested and they go unharassed, the end of it has come. Somebody shout, enough is enough. What I read said it did not kill somebody because they came to kill him. Okay. That is the court to discharge him and death. Okay. The devil is a bastard. Devil is a bastard because you have not seen them carrying AK-47 in front of your door. That day you will know devil is not that bastard you are talking about. Devil is a bastard. Is it because you are standing in your church? Go to your state and see whether devil is a bastard. Thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people are living in IDP camp. Yet you have this law of 7 years. Let's go to the Bible. Take your seat. Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. Whoso shedded man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made man, the killer is qualified for killing. You see, somebody said, at least he is doing more than our Igbo people. It's a lie. It's a lie. He is not doing anything. He is not doing anything. Don't say that. The worst thing you can do in this life is to channel your energy to the wrong direction. So he's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. How can you identify that you can no longer enjoy security and security of life and property in a state, in a country, yet you want to be part of that country? Yet you don't want that country. You know there is a solution. The solution is not for self-defense. How long are you going to defend yourself? Do you have the what it takes to self-defense yourself against the Fulani, the God-wielding Fulani and all that? No. So preaching self-defense is deception. Deception. Did he buy a gun to give anybody to defend themselves? Don't he know how much the gun is cost in Nigeria? Don't he know the price of gun? How many of the people in his village can buy gun? Is there self-defense? They want to kill you, kill them. So they will just come and say, we want to kill you. Oh yeah. And then you will say, oh, you want to kill me? Okay, I will kill you first. Can you imagine? You will be sleeping in the night. They will burn everything. So you need vigilante, you need security outfit, and they need to be on arms. Just the same exact arm like the Fulani are carrying. And this man is here preaching. So if you tell me that he's not trying anything, in fact, he is doing damage, let him keep quiet if he cannot talk about disintegration. Because disintegration is the only solution. And if he thinks that he really wants to stay in Nigeria, he should provide guns, helping, guns and ammunition to people in his village. Let us see that. Let us know that he's serious. Is there calling a vigilante? Who is calling vigilante for him? You are there not human being. Oh, he's calling vigilante that somebody else formed. And he's there preaching self-defense. Mad people everywhere. Exodus chapter 22, verse 2. Look at what it says. If a thief is found, so let's generalize it. A thief is the lowest level. Kidnapper, ritual killer, assassin, pirate killer, terrorist, is found, breaking up, and it is later that he died. There shall no blood shed for him. But that action was not an offense. It came to finish him. And the people he came to finish gathered and finished him. Those people did nothing wrong. Romans chapter 26, verse 5. Jesus Christ. He that diggeth a pit shall fall in it. Whatever he wants is given. He that humbleth him. Now, let me actually show you example of what this man is preaching. Let me show you example of what this man is preaching. He says self-defense, right? Now, look at it. Look at it. How will you defend yourself? This happened in Abuja. And he is preaching from Abuja.
Sorry, I cannot be able to show that part because of the restrictions we have on YouTube. Because of the restriction you have on YouTube, I have to skip that side. You all know what the video that's about to play. It's a video where the terrorists are actually in action, destroying places and all that. So I will not allow that video to play because of the restrictions we have and all that. So I need to push it forward while we progress in this very message. Pardon me for that. For us to be on this social media and continue to push our messages, there are certain restrictions that we must obey. So, that even our prime minister himself lost his platform because of so many of the information that were put forward. So, in that issue where they are the terrorists are in action and all that, I have to forward it so that we can be able to preserve our platform.
With the reality of Nigeria like this, you will understand that NNJ does not exist. When you what I call a dangerous diversity that can never ever work in this life. Now, let us listen. now told the constitution has said it, and the word of God has said it. Yeah. You can ask Kuka, ask Bishop Kuka, never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb. I use the Connie way. Never go about deliberately looking for who to disturb. Who is going about deliberately looking for who to disturb? He said never go about. Then you don't need to go about. They will come. They will come for you. You don't need to go about. What did our leader say about this? I want you to listen to Master Anambra. Say, please don't go about looking for trouble. Time. The issue is you. Mad people everywhere. I want you to listen to Master Anambra.
That the structure doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of the different.
Rather than going on now. Now, let me ask you. I know. Why don't your group put?
For those who will always say, "Oh, why don't you win election? Why don't you bring somebody who is going to win election for you? Why don't you go to national conference? Why don't you do this?" Listen to what Master Anambra cannot answer.
Push for that in a place like the national conference that's going on now to get that kind of autonomy first, rather than now pushing for independence without whether Nigeria wants it or not.
The fact of the matter is that the structure doesn't exist. The institutions that will allow the emergence of the democratic Biafra within a peaceful society does not currently exist in that very place called Nigeria. Mind you, that is the name of the river. Up north, we call them Niger, which is French. If you come down a little bit, it is called Niger. It is English. And the people that live around it are called Nigerians. The only place, or part of the only place in Black Africa where you name the people after the river. I have never seen any civilized country in the world where people are named after a river. It's never happened before. People own the river, not the other way around. By tacitly accepting the word and the tag Nigeria, what it means is that he never had any history until the blue guy came, which is a paradox, an abomination, and nobody should be saying that. Coming back to what he said, there is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried in Anambra and it did not work. These issues were trashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the finer points of political discourse, in other words, that disputes resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria, people are not civilized.
Now, we're out of time, but let me ask you, last week, I believe, the Biafran Zionist movement claimed the responsibility for the attack at the New State Government House. Are you familiar with that group, and what was the mission of that attack?
I am familiar with a lot of groups. That name rings a bell. Anybody that can do anything to disrupt the present orthodoxy of governance by a group of very corrupt cabals is welcome. In that regard, I welcome what they did at Enugu, and I hope that people can come out and join us when the time comes to overthrow the very corrupt, inept, old men and women in charge of that very place. Because Biafra must exist. It's our right to make sure it happens.
All right.
While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group whatsoever, just like I am supporting any group at all, so long as you are fighting against Nigeria. While Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not condemning any group, the people that claim follow him today, they say Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is this. Simon Ekpa is that. After 10 good months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. After 10 months of fighting Simon Ekpa, they didn't achieve anything. Yet, they are now changing to
Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Try this Uchi, and they are looking for freedom. You see, the more you blackmail me, the more you are blackmailing yourself. You think you are blackmailing me? You are blackmailing yourself. You don't know that? When the BBC came and do their nonsense disinformation, is it only Simon Ekpa that they showed this video? Is it only Simon Ekpa? You all were there. All of you were there. You could not even defend yourself. The same Simon Ekpa you are calling all manner of names defended you there. And let me tell you, even when they mentioned Simon Ekpa, the issue they mentioned Simon Ekpa, there was nothing. I can defend anything I say. All of you, you could not defend yourself. Yet, you blackmail me. You think that when you blackmail me, when they want to call them, they call Holy Ekpa. All of you, your picture were there. Did you see my picture in the write-up? No. My picture was hidden. My video was hidden in the video. But all of you, your picture was there. Every day you look for Simon Ekpa, you post. Simon Ekpa is one quarter. Simon Ekpa is a Berima. Simon Ekpa is this. When the thing begin to happen, the thing doesn't, they will call you. And when the issue started, you could not defend yourself. You couldn't defend yourself. BBC did not say it was Simon Ekpa. BBC put your picture, all of you, as you were blackmailing Simon Ekpa, they did not say it was, they put all of your picture. So this one, they said, we are going to kill this one, we are going to kill that one. All of your picture was there, your video was there. Yet, you will wake up every day to blackmail Simon Ekpa. And if you don't, of course, some of you can never live. Hatred and jealousy of Simon Ekpa has beclouded the brain that you don't even have at all. I do not know when they are going to learn. They think when they promote Simon Ekpa by calling Simon Ekpa criminal, BBC will come and say Simon Ekpa. All of you, the more you are calling me a terrorist, the way you are calling me a terrorist is the same thing you are calling yourself. You think when you are a terrorist, oh Jesus Christ, this BBC disinformation should have teach all of you a lesson. You think when you come to social media because you hate me, because you are jealous of me, because you don't like me, you think when you call me criminal, you are going to pay for everything you say. You are going to pay. You carry my name and blackmail. Simon Ekpa is the leader of a non-government. Simon Ekpa is this one. Simon Ekpa is that one. You see the way BBC is dealing with you people. If anything is going to happen anywhere, you are going to also be dragged into it. And you can't even defend yourself. It's a boss. It's a banana. Everything. Get yourself educated, you say no. Go to school, you say no. Simon Ekpa every day. Simon Ekpa every morning. Right. We are going to stop here because of time. We started very late today. And of course, I believe that this message has been delivered. We started late today and we have a lot of people watching, almost 15,000 something still watching now, 4,000 something on YouTube at the moment. So we are going to stop here and we'll continue tomorrow. I want this broadcast to end in 2 hours so that Soludo can watch part of it. Cut the video and send it to Soludo to watch and let him leave us alone. Let him leave IPOB alone. Let him leave Biafrans alone. Let him leave Simon Ekpa alone. Let him leave auto-piloted IPOB alone. And we are focusing on our education and nothing can stop us.
visitor. Thank you very much. We're going to recognize those who joined the membership. I see a couple of membership today.
Thank you so much for being part of this program. We have come to the end of the program, just as our Prime Minister has said. I believe you are blessed in this program. If you didn't learn anything in this program, that means you are not following. Go back and watch it again and again. This program is loaded with information. Because of the time that we are in, it is loaded with information. And some of the things that Manchester America mentioned is already happening today as we speak. Some of us are silent. We don't have to be silent. The insecurity in the Southeast, we know the origin. Even the people that are accusing us today, they know. It is all false accusation. False accusation. Look at this self-defense they are preaching today. They are talking about. This is something we have put in place, and they take our lives and kill us because of it. But yet they preach it, and they stand against the main solution. And on the closing remark, you saw him speak about those who blackmail their brothers and sisters and think it is well. You think that when you come online and call somebody terrorist and call somebody names that you're just doing to that person, you are doing it to yourself. And when the time comes, they will come after you. We had a news that one of the people that is in the front line of castigating people, abusing people, one of the person who is in charge of lying in everything she says is always a lie. We heard that our sister today, the French authorities have taken action on her. The French authorities have already taken action on her. And maybe as time goes on, you begin to see, some of you will see the information in our platforms. Some of you who are in the WhatsApp group will see the information. But all this while, when she was doing all those things, we were saying, stop lying, stop lying. Even if you can say something about somebody, say the truth, speak the truth. The lie was so much that it is visible to everybody. And when you tell them, they wouldn't listen. Today, finally, the France government have taken their, the French law have taken its course. The French law have taken its course. You are going to hear the news. You wouldn't hear it from my mouth. I'm not the breaker of bad news, and I don't celebrate the downfall of anybody. But it's a lesson to those of us who are still bent on pushing propaganda, supporting something you don't know, fighting for something you don't know, promoting something you don't know, sharing videos you are not sure about. You're not sure of the information in that video, and you are sharing it. Just because your friend is sharing it, or your brother or your sister is talking about the issue, you support and you continue to share and support. I have said this several times that everything we do have a consequence. There's a price for every offense that you commit. There's a price for every decision you're taking. Today, from the information we are seeing and we have seen online, most of you must have seen it. If you have not seen it, go and look well online. You're going to see it. That the French authorities have applied the French law on her. And tomorrow, are you going to say that God did to you, or Chukwu Kabema did? Chukwu Kabema didn't do anything. He gave you all the time to change for your ways, and you refuse. And finally, today, the results have been called. I pray that every one of us will learn lesson. We will learn lesson. We should not wait for something to happen to us before we learn a lesson. We should always learn from what happened to others. In this course of Biafra, there are so many lessons to be learned. There are so many lessons, all the way from Mazin Nandika to this. If you are a good follower, you will not fall victim of all this propaganda, blackmail, disruption, deception. You don't know where to follow. You don't know who is in charge. You don't know who to go. You don't know where to go. You will not be involved in that. You will mind how you say things you say and the way you say it. I pray that Chukwu Kabiama will continue to guide his own. Thank you all for being with us on this program from the beginning to the end. We have come to the end of the evening program. It is already very late here. I'm supposed to be deep asleep by now, but when duty calls, I will do what I have to do. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and see you again tomorrow morning. It's already almost morning over here, so see you on Saturday program tomorrow. We will continue from where we stopped on our new dimension. Thank you so much and stay blessed. May Chukwu guide and protect every Biafran. Also guide and protect all the Biafran people. I pray that our leaders shall be protected and they will be freed and they will join us very soon. Thank you and stay blessed. See you again tomorrow. Stay blessed.
Every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bad. If I look social media, it is problem. When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oru, I am a royal. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work. This close of border no work. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Thomas. Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. Here we hear more. In Anambra, you hear more kind of man. Woo! When we are telling you, you don't know, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle. From the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! Woo! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek gods. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods.